You want to hear a secret, a real secret in the trading industry? I'm not talking about some clickbaity thing. I'm talking about a real secret in this industry. Come closer and I'll tell you. A little bit closer. The secret genuinely is risk management. Let's talk about it. Now, I know it sounds too cliche and everybody talks about risk management. But in this video, I want to talk about literally how risk management can make or break a trader's success or failure in this industry. And to start with this, I'm not even going to start in the trading industry. I'm going to start in the gambling industry, the casino industry. Now, many of you guys may, of course, know that you could very easily gamble with no edge in the trading world, but you can also actually, quote unquote, gamble with an edge in both the trading and the casino world. Let me draw a little bit of a comparison. Many of you guys have probably heard of the popular casino game, Blackjack. In Blackjack, your goal is to get to 21 without going over it by, of course, being handed cards by the dealer and getting as close to 21 as you possibly can. If you go over it, you lose, and you're trying to beat the dealer's attempt to get to 21 as well. Well, believe it or not, I won't bore you guys with too much blackjack theory, but the basic idea is that if you actually count cards on the table and the ones that the dealer's letting out, you can actually find scenarios or times in the game where you actually, as a player, have an edge. And statistically, by counting cards, it is possible to beat the game of blackjack. But even if you do all of those steps perfectly, you're still going to have losing hands no matter what you do and no matter how good you are at the game of blackjack. This is the same concept as it goes in trading. In trading, you could be the master of all things trading. You could know all about perfect entry points and trailing stops and exit points and fundamentals and technicals and Fibonacci retracements, but it would all be worthless if you didn't have the right risk management in play. Here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, let's say you have all of the skills that you need and you are looking for this perfect strategy. Where so many traders go wrong is they fixate on finding the perfect trading strategy that is going to never have a drawdown, never going to have a loss, and is going to profit them a lot of money in a very short amount of time. And this pursuit is a pursuit in vain that usually leads to traders blowing up their accounts. Why? Because they risk too much per trade to let that statistical edge that they find play out. Now again, just like in blackjack, if you have a perfect game of blackjack and you count cards, you do have a very slight edge in the gambling realm, where again, you can actually outperform over time and make more than you lose. Now the casino doesn't usually like this and they'll kick you out after a little while. Not that I know this because I don't know how to count cards, but I know the theory, I know the principle, and I know of someone who is very good at this. And the point is that even being incredibly good at trading or in a table game like blackjack, where you have an edge if you are very, very good, it still makes for a challenge to make money consistently. You still need to apply those techniques over a prolonged period of trades to actually make your edge come true. Let me paint another scenario for you. If you had a heads or tails traditional coin, but one side was weighted, and let's say that it was a 55% chance that the coin would hit heads. Obviously, you're going to bet on heads every single time over and over, right? You would bet, over time, you would definitely, certainly win if it truly was weighted 45% chance. You would win certainly, but you would not win certainly on the very first flip. It's only 55%. This is my point, and this is why risk management is truly the secret to profitability that most traders completely decline, right? They have $100 in their account, $500, $1,000, and they treat it, they basically go all in on too many big positions instead of taking it very slow with small positions and letting that edge play out over time. I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools for backtesting to find that edge, as well as practicing your risk management to sharpen this skill with some examples. Let's jump in. All right, guys, so I am currently on the Forex Tester platform. This is a platform that is a sponsor of this video, as well as guys just generally my content, and I'm a big fan of their software. This tool allows traders to backtest their concepts in the market and to help them basically find an edge. Because again, you have to find that edge number one, which we talked about recently. In this video here, we just talked about how important it is to, of course, find that edge in the first place. But even once you have that edge, you got to practice the risk management side to keep your head in the game and so that you don't blow up during a drawdown. So to help me with that and with this illustration, I want to show you guys something. So let's say I'm looking at the Euro USD, and again, Forex Tester is awesome because it allows you to essentially step back in time, press play on the markets, and buy and sell to your heart's desire, all on theoretical simulated testing money. Now, the reason that that's so cool is you can make a lot of mistakes and learn a lot of things and find profitability through your back testing, which is what I highly recommend traders do. Instead of lose real money, get on your back tester and take it seriously. Anyways, let's say that, I'm talking about the Euro, and let's say I have a strategy in place. So give me 1 second and I'll set up the strategy just as a quick example. Okay, so I just applied a simple Bollinger Band to my chart. This is really not the point of the video, is not really to go over a strategy, but rather to talk about just how important risk management truly is. So let me show you this as an example. We're looking at the Bollinger Band here, and the Bollinger Band shows us, of course, the upper, the middle, and the lower band, or the lines here are representing that. And this is showing standard deviations around price. And this generally will show us some extremities as where price may be likely to turn around. You can see when it gets very extended, it usually makes its way back to the midpoint of the Bollinger Band. So just as a simple strategy, let's say that we are looking to trade this concept, where we are looking essentially for a return back to the midpoint, and we want to trade that way. So, again, we can press play here. And what's cool about Forex Tester here is, let's say that we get this candle and now we want to take a buy trade. Again, the purpose of the strategy is, let's just keep it really simple to showcase this. But let's just say, for example, that we've got a breakout and it's coming back in and we want to buy this market. What's so cool about Forex Tester, it doesn't just allow you to test your strategies and concepts to see if you have, in fact, an edge, but it also allows you to test your risk management. So let's say I wanted to calculate a stop loss with this strategy, and let's say I wanted to put my stop loss at 1%. You're going to need a stop loss, of course, because that is how you are going to measure risk management with this. You're having a defined level of risk with your trade. And so let's say that you wanted to use a stop loss, and we're going to risk 1%. So let's say we wanted to put our stop loss here, and we'll put it just below the previous lows. It's now going to go ahead and calculate for us the lot size that would be appropriate in order to fit our risk management plan. Now, again, you cannot backtest fully without considering the risk management and the drawdown factors of your strategy. You have to know whether win or loss, if you were to take this strategy live, what is it going to look like? If you risk 1% per trade, what is the end goal going to look like? Are you going to be profitable overall? Are you going to have huge drawdowns? Again, one key component to backtesting thoroughly is knowing what to expect in a drawdown. So many traders every single day message or comment on my channels, my socials, and they say, Nick, I'm stuck in a drawdown. I don't know what to do. And my answer is always the same. Though it is a little bit tongue-in-cheek and may not be what people want to hear, the reality is that if you haven't done the backtesting, I usually say you need to backtest and know your strategy and know what is appropriate for you in terms of drawdown. If you have no idea what your max drawdown should roughly be with what you expect in your strategy, there's a real problem. You need to know. It's like a business plan. You can't run a business. If you're going to treat trading like a business, you have to have a business plan. Your backtesting and your max drawdown and your risk management practices have to be airtight in order to trade confidently. For me, for example, I have a max drawdown that is pretty generous in terms of what I am looking for on my account, which is about a 40% max drawdown between the strategies that I run. And so that is a personal principle. Now that's a bit high risk, but again, it is up to the individual person to find that answer. And the only way you find that answer is through your personal backtesting with the consideration of risk management. So if I risk 1%, again, what's so cool about Forex Tester here is that I can hit buy, and it has now calculated the appropriate risk size on this trade to risk just 1%. So we can let this play out. And again, I am just showing this for example. I have not looked at this beforehand or anything like that. But let's say I took this trade, and if this trade were to have gone against me, right? If this trade would have gone out, I would have lost a simple 1% on my account, calculated automatically by Forex Tester. Now, one of the things here I always say about backtesting is that backtesting is tedious and time consuming. However, it is so necessary. If you're not doing it, you're doing yourself a disservice, and it's going to be, in my opinion, near impossible to ever become profitable. I'll say that again. If you're somebody who is trying to trade professionally, yet you haven't invested time into backtesting, you are doing yourself a disservice, and I don't personally think it's possible to become profitable without spending some time seriously testing your strategies. It's how I did it. It's how every trader I know that is profitable has done it. So with that said, again, we have this software that helps us in that way tremendously. So this has calculated my risk. It's helped me spot a trading opportunity with a proper risk management size. And again, we can proceed to do our normal back testing, but using specifically the risk management tools that Forex Tester has available within the backtesting software is incredible. Again, without considering the max drawdowns that you might face in your trading strategy, without testing the strengths and weaknesses of your strategy, both in the edge factor in terms of finding the right entries and exits, as well as your drawdown capacity and understanding your risk management very thoroughly, I think it's going to be very hard to ever become profitable without those things. So Forex Tester has partnered up with us here on this video to offer viewers of my channel a significant discount off of their tool. Now, this is something that is a limited time, that is a little limited availability for people who are watching this video. So down below in the description, there is a link to get a copy of this software and to start your backtesting journey and to get your trading headed in the right direction. I highly recommend Forex Tester to new traders. It is imperative to trading success that you get involved in some sort of back testing, whether it is automated like this, which speeds up the process, or you do it by hand. Regardless, I think it is imperative to your trading journey that you spend some time back testing. Down below in the description, there is a link for this, and there's also a code. FT6NEW will get you a significant discount off of the software for a limited time. So click that link, take advantage of the promo code, and I wish you well in your backtesting journey. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, risk safely.